So why does love hurt so much? The question that we all feel, the question that we all ask ourselves, because we've all been there. Why does love hurt so much? Why does love feel a lot like pain? And I think the answer is really simple. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who have a lot of different opinions on this, and I'm sure that somebody would have a much better answer than I do. But simply put, I think the reason why love can come across as pain, love can come across as hurt, is because nobody's perfect. And I know that that can sound cliche. I know that that can sound maybe overly simplified. But at the same time, I think there's beauty in that. And I think that probably the most beautiful part of love is that pain. And it's that imperfection. But the beautiful thing about love, being a human that has flaws, is that we can use those flaws to love. We can use those flaws to show people, this is how I love you. Not just telling them, but showing them. And so let me explain what I mean a little bit. Let's say one of your flaws is the fear of not being accepted. That's a fear that so many people deal with. That's a fear that I've dealt with. That's a fear that, maybe everyone has dealt with at some point or another. Fear of not being accepted. So say the most terrifying thing for you, if that is your greatest fear, or if that's just one of your fears, is to approach someone who you know will reject you, but you are pushing past that fear. You're pushing past that imperfection. You're pushing past yourself to say, regardless if you accept me or not, even though this is one of my fears, I'm going to accept you. And I think that also ties in with injustices. We as human beings that can be so imperfect, that are imperfect, can be so selfish, saying that this person did this for me, and so this is what I'm going to do for them. And sometimes we confuse that with love. And it's not love, it's this transaction that's going on, but that's not what love is. Love is pushing past the injustices. Love is saying, I know what you did to me, but I'm still going to love you. It's really taking that bitterness, it's taking your pride, and it's just laying it all on the line, and it's saying, I'm going to push past this, and I'm going to choose to be selfless, and I am going to love you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to comfort you. That is something that is not easy. That is not something for the faint of heart. Love, true love, the love that is till death do us part love. And I'm not just talking about a marriage. I'm talking about with family. I'm talking about with brothers, with sisters. And I'm talking about brothers and sisters that aren't your blood either. Brothers and sisters, best friends, marriages, whatever it may be. That love that is a till death do us part. That love that is commitment. And it's saying, I know what you did to me or what you have done to me, and I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to push through this. A lot of people will get hung up on the bitterness. A lot of people will get hung up on their insecurities. And then they say, well, I fell out of love. But that's not love. That you were feeling infatuation. You were feeling a feeling. But love says, I know that you hurt me, but I'm still going to be here for you. And I think that that is the beautiful thing, that even though we don't live in this perfect world, that we can use our imperfections to love people. And trust me when I say that people will know if you're pushing past, if you're outside of yourself, if you're pushing past yourself and you're pushing past your fears, you're pushing past your pride, people can tell. It's not just something that it's like, oh, I can see that, they're just doing this to be nice. No, like every human is aware of what justice and injustice looks like. And when you have somebody that will step in a situation where they should say what the natural human instinct should be is you did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you. Instead of doing that and following your human instinct, people can tell when it's this sort of thing where this is what you did to me, but here's what I'm going to choose to do for you. Not to you, but I'm still going to accept you. I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to be there for you. I think that's such a beautiful thing, but that's what hurts so much, is that it's sacrifice. And that is the most beautiful part of love, that is sacrifice. It's laying down on this altar your fear, your pride, your bitterness, your hate, your anger, your rage. I mean, insecurities, all of these things that you're laying down, and you're saying, I'm going to use this as a light. I'm going to use this to shine even brighter, to just like, I am using this as kindling, and I'm going to set it on fire, and it's going to hurt, it's going to burn, but it is going to be a light, and everyone's going to know it, and everyone's going to see it, because love is the only one that stands out among all of these injustices that go on. And it hurts so bad, all of these injustices, because of all of our imperfections, because nobody loves perfectly, that we can take those and push past those and break those barriers. Light that fear on fire, light that pride on fire. Use that as your fuel to shine. Use that as your fuel to be a light. And that is for the brave and courageous. That is not for, like I was saying, that is not for the faint of heart. That is not an easy task. But that sacrifice to push past those injustices and to stick out as a light in the darkness, that is love. It's not this feeling, and I know I've already talked about that in past videos. It's not this feeling that's just, okay, you know what, it's this give and take. You've done this for me, so I'm going to do this to you, and this is a transaction that seems to be working well. No, it's I know that this injustice happened, and I am still here, and I'm still fighting, and I'm still burning for you through the pain, through the suffering, and it is beautiful. That is sacrifice, and sacrifice is almost the definition of love. And I do think it goes deeper still than sacrifice. But I'm telling you, if you choose to be that light, if you choose to lay your pride, your fear on the line, and truly love someone, and truly love everyone around you, it's so worth it. It is so worth it to be that light. So guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell, because this is a series I'm doing on love. This is the 3rd video, so if you haven't seen the other ones, go ahead and check those out. And my next video is actually going to be about the foundation of sacrifice. And also, if you're interested in my music, my second, The Philosophical Misfit Volume 2 just came out on iTunes and Spotify. It has my cover songs on it. Stone Cold, Bellyache, Empty Space, and NF If You Want Love. So that's all on Spotify now, so be sure to check that out. And if you want to support this channel and see even more content and more of my stuff, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I've got daily vlogs, I've got more music on there, and I got just a ton more content on there, so be sure to check that out. And as always, keep it real. I'll see you misfits later. Peace.